All right, everybody. Welcome into Friday. How are you doing? How are you doing? Let's see where we're going today. We're going to talk a little bit about the full moon in Gemini today. Next week, I'm going to do a series of short videos to help you understand how that full moon in Gemini is going to impact you based on your moon sign. All right. If you're wanting to learn more about astrology from me, I have a few self-paced classes that are in the description box below. Also, starting in January, I'm going to be doing a master mentoring sessions for most of 2023. I'm going to say all of 2023 about helping you master your own astrology. Okay. So that you can look at your birth chart and understand how things are impacting you. That's going to start up in January. If you're interested, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you want to learn in that group. All right, let's see where we go. All right. Answering the call. The time is now. No doubt about that. Protected by angels. You're cherished by the angels. That's good to know. Use all the protection you can get. Wandering path. Enjoy the journey. All right, so this seems like stepping through some kind of portal right now. And I feel like some of you might not have had the confidence to move forward quite yet for whatever reasons. Could be money, could be, entanglements or whatever. But I feel like one of the things that's important for you to do right now is ask for help from the angels so you can step into your purpose, into your true purpose in this life. That's coming through to me loud and clear. In this full moon in Gemini, we are being asked to go deep and understand, get our research done, plan our next steps. Okay. And, this has been going on for about 6 months. Since the new moon in Gemini was back in June, we have the full moon in Gemini now showing up here in December 7th. And it's shining a light for us to use what we have learned in the last 6 months. What have you learned? What have you learned about yourself? What have you learned about how you're blocking your abundance? Check out yesterday's morning message if you want to look at that. That was about Neptune going direct in Pisces. But this is, for me, is, especially in Gemini is about communication. It's also about doing the detail work, or at least knowing the details, feeling confident because you understand how to get from point A to point B, right? You are creating your plan. I'm going to do this again. Okay. 10 of Wands underneath, most definitely. Some of you could be putting down, doing too much. Every energy has a light and a dark, right? The duality of our world shows us that in stark relief sometimes. When there's too much Gemini, I feel like sometimes you can do too much in terms of, let me use an example here. I used to work with a woman, this was many, many years ago. And we were working in media, and when you work in television, you're creating a TV show every day. So you don't have time to kind of mess around. And this woman, every single day, she was another producer like me, would arrange the stories or the information or what was coming into her. She put it in a spreadsheet, and then she'd write it down, and then she had a whiteboard, and then she had this. Every single day, there was like 16 different things that she did so that she could get, it was a little bit OCD, I think, but she would get to that place of finally feeling like she had everything organized, which is very Gemini trait. But by doing that, she was way overdoing it. So I remember her actively saying to herself, wow, I'm doing this because it's allaying my anxiety about the fact that I don't feel ready for the show until I see my Excel spreadsheet. I see it up on a whiteboard. I got to see it in many different ways. And she basically made a new system for herself that gave her a lot more time and also helped her to access information much more easily. It was remarkable. She did a very lovely job of taking something that was like this, because she was doing it to herself. There was no need I didn't do that. I didn't make an Excel spreadsheet and put it on a whiteboard, blah, 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 blah. I didn't do any of that. And my shows were great. And she said that to me. She's like, why are your shows so great? I don't see you going through all this. I'm like, listen, I'm sure that this makes you feel better, that you think you have a handle on this information. What's going to make you feel good about that? What piece of this really makes you feel good? And she just leaned into that. And then she didn't have to do all of these things. It freed her up. And so sometimes we're afraid to step through that door of a new process or a new, very, very Gemini energy. We're afraid to do that. Like, it feels so big that I put it down for the end of the day, or not even for the end of the day. I don't attack a big project, because if I can't get to a certain place in one day, I feel like I failed, or I feel like the day has been a waste, right? What makes you feel good about your days? What makes you feel like, what are the things you're doing that are too much, that are getting in the way of doing the things that matter? Do the things that matter. And can you figure that out for yourself? Because this full moon in Gemini really shines a light on what are we overdoing? What are we burdening ourselves with unnecessarily? What are we telling ourselves that is just not real and not true? We believe it, but it's not true. Okay? So this full moon in Gemini is really shining a light on that. The High Priestess, the Magician, there's some Gemini energy for you. 6 of Cups, King of Swords, 4 of Swords, Strength card, like it. Fool, oh my goodness, 10 of Cups, wow, I knew it. Tower. All right, I'm not gonna let that stand. Oh, good, all right. Yay. This is not a typical Tower. This is an aha moment. This is oh, wow. If I had known this before, ... If I had just seen this, just seen what I was doing that was blocking my progress, there's some kind of truth. Remember what I said about some beliefs that you have that aren't real? They're just something you believe. It's time to really examine that. The full moon in Gemini is going to bring us some opportunities to examine the things we are wasting time on that aren't real. And we're now going to be able to realign ourselves with our mission and purpose and path. All right. I like this. And the Neptune going direct in Pisces had a similar feel to it, like the lack of clarity. I did that video yesterday. The lack of clarity, the lack of awareness about things, the dreaminess does get clouded when we have Neptune in retrograde in Pisces. But going direct, there's a little more direct application of our dreams, of our creativity. And now the clarity is just loud here. Look at this, King of Swords and the Ace of Swords with the Tower. It's like, oh my God, we can move in the direction of our dreams. Oh my God. And you can manifest this. The Magician here, the 4 of Swords. You don't need to push so hard. You're doing too much. Or you're not putting in the energy to the thing that will move things forward most quickly. You're putting in all of this other energy. So I feel like there's a graph where it's like, takes a lot of time, takes no time, right? Takes a lot of time. This x-axis, oh my God, Mr. Gross would be so happy. I'm talking about x-axis and y-axis, right? Takes a lot of time, takes no time, is super valuable, is not at all valuable, right? Sometimes we spend energy on things that take a lot of time and are not valuable because it allays our anxieties. Instead, it's time to shift our energies into things that take us less time, that have high value to us. You can also do things that do take time, do take a lot of time, but they have high value return. So what we want to get rid of is things that take a lot of your energy and don't deliver anything. That's what you want to get rid of. Okay? Pundit Square. Mr. Gross, Mr. Baker, all y'all from high school are going to be so happy I'm talking about Pundit Squares and all this other stuff. For those of you who don't know what a Pundit Square is, look it up. Google it. Basically, it gives you like A and B, BA, ABC, ABC, whatever. Like it's giving you choices. It's showing you if I do this and this, if I do this and this, whatever. Look it up. Look it up. I don't want to talk about Punnett squares right now. What I want to talk about is that you are in alignment because you are now seeing the clear choice. You're seeing the clear truth, and you're able to manifest from a deep spiritual connection that has now become clear. The clouds have been removed. The access to your guides, the access to God is much more personal. You're having a personal relationship here with your spirit guides. And it's a direct pipeline to manifesting. So we don't have to go through the millions of rituals that don't really do anything for us. It just makes us feel good or allays our anxiety. But what you're going to find out, and I feel like maybe through dreams and meditations with this high priestess and the four swords, through dreams and meditations, you're going to be able to see what matters and what doesn't. Okay. I know we have, I'll talk about this in the extended. I do think we have Venus moving into Capricorn this month, and Venus in Capricorn. I made a video a long time ago, a week ago, about the 9 things to watch out for in December astrology. I'll put a little card here for you. I'll put that in the description box too. Venus moving into Capricorn basically is saying to us, we're seeing what relationships matter and which relationships just drain us. We're seeing where we put our efforts for the maximum impact and where we're just wasting time and spinning and doing busy work and things that don't amount to a hill of beans. This work is now, there's a lot of detail-y work, full moon in Gemini, that is going to be shown to be not necessary. The full moon in Gemini will shine a light on what is necessary and what is not. Okay, so the King of Swords here, real clarity coming from your spiritual connection. All right, that's important in order to manifest. Now, I got questions about this Six of Cups. That seems, which one of these things is not like the other? One of these things just doesn't belong. Why is the Six of Cups here? Chariot, King of Swords, Magician, again, Queen of Swords, King and Queen of Swords. All right. All of this stuff I was talking about, all this stuff is about you, and you, right? It can be about relationships, but it's less about that. It's more about you aligning yourself with your aha moment, with the energy of this breakthrough in order to be happy, in order to move forward in a great direction. Some of you, because of this clarity, because of this sweeping away of any kind of confusion, you're manifesting someone who is a life partner. All right. I'm getting King and Queen of Swords here as a romantic situation. This could be happening on a trip during the holidays in the next 4 weeks. Could be happening as you travel, if you are traveling. Okay. And this person, Gemini, Aquarius. There's some Cancer here. I see Leo also. Okay, I'm gonna pull some cards around that in the extended. I feel like the extended might be like 2 readings. Like, what about this relationship? But also your relationship to clearing out the clutter is making space for this. Yeah. Cancer, Gemini, Aquarius, Leo. Cancer, Gemini, Aquarius, and Leo. All right, I'm going to take a look at that. In the extended, I'll look at that relationship, and then I'll look at this. This is really beautiful. I love this energy of really being aligned with your true self, with your true truth, with your purpose, and anything that isn't in alignment with that is going to go. It's going to feel good. All right, this is a good tower. All right, link is below if you want to continue on with me and see where this goes. If you are part of Pathfinders, we're just going to keep going. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.